Hello, gorgeous people. April Mac here, going live. Just wanting to come on today and talk about the DI in D.I.V.A. What does this all mean? So those who've been keeping abreast of what I'm doing, I'm offering a beautiful new monthly membership course called D.I.V.A. And D.I.V.A stands for Divinely Inspired Valiant Action. So I'm calling in all the divas, all of those people who feel called to take more valiant action in their lives towards their business goals, their personal goals, and people who feel really comfortable with the term divinely inspired. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today. I haven't got too long because I'm actually going to meet someone shortly for a cuppa. But I did want to just get on here and talk about what does divinely inspired mean for me and how it looks in the way that I now run my business. Just to give you some inspiration and, to see whether it resonates for you. I'm just going to say hello. If you're watching on a replay, leave a comment replay, #replay. And if you're watching live, just let me know that you're here and say hi so that I know who's here. Just bear with me a second. I've just dropped something here. Alrighty, so what does divinely inspired look like for me, and what does it entail? So those of you who know me know that I come from a fairly corporate background. I used to work for Deloitte, and before that IBM. I was a contractor working in the IT realm. So my work definitely did not involve the words divinely inspired. That's something fairly new to me. So I kind of discovered my divinity and my spiritual connection a couple of years ago, and since that time it's been evolving, and now it's come to the point where I now talk about it openly, which I didn't used to do. So I've come out of the closet, the spiritual closet, and I talk about divine inspiration now in what I do. And what I believe that happens for me, hi to people watching, beautiful people, happens for me is that if I can get quiet enough, if I can turn the mind off enough, then divine inspiration happens very naturally and very easily. It comes through me. And if I can listen and then act on what I'm hearing, really amazing, magical things happen. So I just want to talk a little bit about that for those who aren't familiar with my work and who want to know more, and those who are familiar, just really explaining it in more depth than I have in the past. So what do? I usually every day I do something in order to connect, to open up my channel with the divine in a more intentional way. So for me, that looks like meditation some days, where I just sit quietly and meditate, and I imagine light coming in through my crown, going through my feet, and I breathe up and down this light channel and, just get really quiet in the brain and focusing on my breath. And there's so many different ways to meditate. There's no right or wrong. You need to find a way that works for you. If you don't do it already, it's a really cool technique to, even if for nothing else, just to give you a feeling of peace and a sense of quiet. Quietening down that busy mind of ours is a really beautiful thing to do. So that's one thing I try and do. What else do I do? I've got my little list here. I also do journaling. That's actually a really amazing way of connecting with a source that's beyond ourselves, or even just tapping into our unconscious. So just writing a little prompt at the top of the page of something I want to explore, and then I just write and write and write until, amazing stuff comes out. And then I read back over and go, oh my God, I didn't know I thought that, or where did that come from? Those sorts of things can be what I call divinely inspired ideas come through when I do journaling. Another thing I do, which might look really odd, and I'd be embarrassed probably if anyone actually saw me do it, but I go and stand outside on the grass in bare feet, and I shake my body. I shake it all over. And there's science behind it, and there's spiritual stuff behind it, and it's connecting to Mother Earth. I don't actually know what's going on, but it feels amazing, and I feel really clear after I do it. Some of the people watching, there's probably people who know more about what's actually going on when you do the shaking on just Earth, what actually happens. But it seems to move stuff, and I feel way more energized after I do it Can't recommend it highly enough, and it's a beautiful thing, especially if you're feeling like for me, if I feel angry or frustrated and I go outside and I stand where there's sunlight and put my feet on Mother Earth and shake it out, it feels beautiful. And you can do it with music, with or without, but you know, just make sure there's no neighbours watching because they'll think, what the fuck is she doing? Okay, that's another thing. Another thing I do is I use mantra. Or mantra, depends on where you come from, how you say it. I have a guru in India, and I've been taught a whole lot of different mantras, and the main one I use is Om Namo Narayani, which basically means I surrender to the divine. And by saying that over and over, I surrender to the divine, it helps you surrender, actually. It just reminds you that, you know, we're not necessarily in charge of everything that's going on, and that the more we surrender and just allow things to be as they are, and we allow ourselves to stop being in resistance to what is, it's a beautiful thing, you know. Even just thinking of it now, Om Namo Narayani, I surrender, it's just let go of all the things that we want, and we want it now, and you know, that sort of like, I want things to be this way but they're not, and you know, so much is out of our control. And when we surrender, it just gives us a sense of peace. Peace can come when we just stop being in resistance. So it's a beautiful thing, and I do that one daily. I do that in the background of my mind as often as I can think about it. If I'm in the car, I'm saying Om Namo Narayani. If I'm having an argument, I try and say Om Namo Narayani in the background. Anything I try and do, if I have that going in the background, it's like the background music to my life. It's made a huge difference to my life. Also being present, trying to remember to be present. A great book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Beautiful book that changed my life. And even just in the smallest moments of the day, like when I'm with my children, or when I'm with my animals, my pets, if I'm just patting my beautiful little kitten, and I feel that beautiful sense of love and just go present into that moment, that's a beautiful gift. And that's letting the divine in. Divinely inspired feelings and thoughts will come the more that we can be present. Gratitude is another one, just feeling grateful. You're waking up every day and thinking all the beautiful things we're grateful for, and then when we go to bed, all the beautiful things we're grateful for. I'm seeing lots of gorgeous people coming on here, and I just want to quickly say hey to all of you. So beautiful to see you on here. Thank you for watching. So yeah, just a little bit of gratitude goes a long way in just bringing us into a heart-centered feeling and feeling the divinity within ourselves, because when we start to feel grateful, it just opens our heart in the most beautiful ways. And it's just that we can do it at any time, anywhere, any day. So if we're feeling miserable, just stopping ourselves from the train of thoughts that are going on and saying, okay, what are all the awesome things that are happening in my life right now? What are all the beautiful things? You know, just from looking at trees to the sunlight to running water to a beautiful tasting cup of tea to, our children, a connection, anything. There's so many things, and we forget sometimes when we get stuck in our heads and stuck in our stories of all the things we're not happy about. We forget about all the beautiful things that we're so blessed to have. So that, again, is what I call divine inspiration. And what's this one here? I can't even read my own writing because I always scribble. Doing anything that opens my heart. Oh yeah, so like this morning, for example, when I woke up, I don't know, just popped into my video feed, was these beautiful little videos of children receiving unexpected gifts of a puppy or a pet, and their little faces, and they start bawling, they're bursting into tears. I'll be there soon. Someone I'm meeting is going to be just letting me know that they're ready to go. So I'll finish up in a sec. But yeah, it's these beautiful videos of little children crying when they receive their pets. That just opened my heart this morning, and I was crying. And even just a little thing like that, watching something that opens your heart, that again is opening up the divine channel within us, really feeling the heart. It's when we get out of here, out of our head and into our heart, that the divine flow is in action. And then when we're in our hearts, beautiful ideas come to us and beautiful inspirations come to us. And if we follow those and actually take valiant action towards them, and valiant action's a video I'll do short, in the next day or two, talk about that. If we follow those signs and signals that we get from the divine, that's when beautiful things happen. That's all I had to say on here today, and I've got to go and meet someone. But if you're around tonight at 7 o'clock, please jump on to my live. I'm going to be talking about how to become unstoppable. So this is a subject I'm really passionate about, how to stay on track with what we feel we're here to do, even when things get challenging. I want to open that up tonight for a bit of a conversation with anyone who's around. So 7 o'clock on my page. Hope to see you tonight. Okay, bye for now. Have a beautiful afternoon, guys. See ya.